Hello, and thank you for watching another ADAS calibration video. My name is Brian, and I'm with SmartSafe's technical support and training team. Today we'll be working with a 2023 Mazda CX-9, and we'll be calibrating the front sensing camera using our ADAS Pro Plus calibration system. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll go ahead and get started by placing the VCI, which is conveniently located in the display tablet, and insert it into the OBD2 port of the vehicle. We'll go ahead and put the ignition in position 2. And we'll go ahead and start the calibration process by clicking on ADAS calibration. So we can see our VCIs communicating with the vehicle. And we're given all the information regarding the VIN, the vehicle type, etc. So we'll hit OK. And we'll start with the ADAS system scan. Now this vehicle currently doesn't have any DTC code, so we won't see anything in an abnormal status. But we can go ahead and move forward with the steps to calibrate. We'll start off by creating a report. And this will be the pre-repair report. We'll hit OK. We'll save that. And then we'll start the calibration function. We'll choose front camera calibration, forward sensing camera, and click OK. We'll be using the ADAS Pro Plus system, so we'll select that. This is a static aiming, so we'll select that. Okay, and the very first step that we'll need to perform is we'll be resetting the calibration frame to its default values. All right, our next step is to install the wheel clamps onto the rear wheels, and we'll do this for both of the rear wheels. And we just make sure that our bubble indicators are level. And we'll repeat this step on the other side. Next, we'll be placing our ranging panel at the front of the vehicle. Our next step is to determine the distance of the device placement, and so we'll go ahead and start by turning on our center laser, and we'll get that centered to the vehicle. We can use our fine-tune adjustment to get that centered there. And then we also want to set the range finder on to see how far away we are from the vehicle. And the specification calls for 1600 millimeters. So we're currently at 1657. So that's a small adjustment that we can make using our fine tune, and we'll go ahead and make that change. Okay, moving on to our next step. Want to make sure that our frame is level, so we have some bubble indicators here at the top, and looks like we're pretty much level. Need to maybe move the back up just a little bit. So we'll go ahead and unlock our wheels. Check it again here, and just a little bit more. All right, that should be good. Moving on to our next step. And we need to make sure that our stand is parallel, or that the yaw is correct, so we'll be turning on our two side lasers here. Got our left side, and it's shooting a beam to the rear ranging panels that are on the wheels. or on the tires. And currently we're at 55.84 on the right, 55.42 on the rear, on the left. So we'll adjust that. And we want to make these values equal. So we're at 55.65, 55.61, 62. It looks like we're going to land here at 64, 55.64. So our yaw is now set correctly. And then we'll go ahead and make an adjustment here again to get that centered to the vehicle. All right. Next thing we need to do is grab our targets, and we're going to go ahead and for the Mazda CX-9, it calls for the LAM 0116 L and R, L for the left and R for the right. So let me grab those right now. And on our targets, we always have our part numbers stamped right on here on the rear. So we'll go ahead and get those placed. This is the right, and they'll be on the passenger side. And this one here is the left. We'll go on the driver's side. And we also have to adjust the width, and we have a ruler scale on the top here, and the specifications calls for 500 millimeters. So we'll go ahead and make that adjustment here. You can see we can slide it left to right. So 500 here. And 500 here. So we can go ahead and move on to our next step. So next step is to go ahead and adjust the height. So we have a height laser right here on the back. I'll go ahead and flip that on. Currently we're at about 1358, and the specifications calls for 1400. So we'll go ahead and lift it up. We have a power switch over here, as well as a manual hand crank in the rear. So that fine-tune adjustment, I can use the hand crank and set it to 1400. All right, so all of our adjustments have been made, so I'll go ahead and turn off all of our lasers. I'll re-verify that we're still at 1600. And our center point laser is still correctly positioned, so I'll flip that off. And we'll turn off this laser. And we're ready to calibrate. All right, so I'll go ahead and press on the calibration button. And we need to take one more measurement. We need to measure the target to the center of the front wheel. So we'll use our rangefinder, grab this over here, and place this right at the center of the hub. And then we'll turn on our rangefinder laser here. And we'll point it at this. And we're going to input the value that we see here. So we are at 2633 millimeters. So I'll go ahead and enter that into the tablet. And hit enter. Okay, and now we'll go ahead and turn this laser off. We'll make sure that our key is still switched to on, which we are. And I'll go ahead and press, and then I'll go ahead and press OK, but I'm going to stand over here and we're going to stay behind the camera. And our procedure was successful. So we have a successful forward sensing camera calibration. So we'll go ahead and press OK. We'll turn off the ignition and we'll generate our post report. So we have yet another successful calibration. So we'll go ahead and generate our post-repair report. We'll click on post-repair, click on the add the pre-repair, as well as the diagnostic report, hit OK, and now we have our post report. All right, so this completes another successful calibration. We thank you for watching our video, and we'll see you next time.